Good morning. Welcome back to Te Coffee y Chisme. I'm your co-host MayJay.
And I'm your co-host Pancho, and today we're back with
Chuy.
Chuy. Anyway,
I'll keep you there.
It's so loud.
so we're gonna go ahead and start with the drink of the day today. Actually, we're all drinking coffees from Cantera Rosa Brew. You can find them on TikTok as Cantera Rosa, I believe. Yeah, at Cantera Rosa Brew. You can find them on Instagram. Their coffees are actually really, really good. We each got a different flavor, so we'll go ahead and talk about that right now. I ended up getting the Galletas Maria flavored. It's actually really, really good. It has the right consistency of sweet. I'm not a person that likes super, super sweet coffees, and this is perfect for me. The reason I got Galletas Maria was just like that nostalgic feeling of like when my grandma used to have Galletas Maria and coffee like on hand every morning. It's a really good flavor. 10 out of 10. Totally recommend. What did you get, Pancho?
I got chocolate mazapan. The reason I got it is because mazapan's actually one of my favorite sweets in terms of Mexican candy, and I just thought that the add-on to the chocolate was actually a pretty nice choice. It's pretty creamy. It's not too strong in terms of coffee, and it's not too sweet in terms of the actual candy. But it's pretty good. I'd say 10 out of 10 for me. How about you, Trey?
I ended up getting the Gansito one. I actually liked it. El Gansito always been like my favorite to go to snack. So that's why I ended up deciding to getting it, and I'd say it's a 10 out of 10. It's really good.
Well, now that we did the drink of the day, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and
Take a sip of that coffee number.
we're gonna go ahead and hit the first topic of the podcast today, which has been what have we been up to in the last 2 weeks. So I'll go ahead and start first. In the last 2 weeks, I have been the most busiest person with the entire fundraiser thing going on with the American Cancer Society, the Relay for Life team that I'm with. And we have just been like hitting it strong on the getting raffle basket stuff and selling bundt cakes. We were selling bundt cakes for a fundraiser. We ended up selling around like 72 little bundt cakes. And the funny thing is, we did it all in like a week and a half because we totally forgot. Yeah, we totally forgot about the fundraiser, and we were like, "Oh shoot, it's gonna end soon." So then nos pusimos las pilas y pues vendimos 72. So not bad. Then we'll get a percentage of the proceeds. We'll get a check back, and then we can go ahead and submit that money in. We also got, I forgot to tell you guys, somebody donated $100 to the to like my personal fundraising account.
Really?
Yeah, anonymously. So I have no idea who did it.
What the?
Yeah, I've been sending so many emails with the link in copy
Uh-huh.
that I have no idea who could have donated.
Well, that's nice of them,
Yeah,
at least.
so I mean, at least our money went up by $100. Without, I mean, I guess I did try because I was emailing people, but I don't know who did it.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever did, I just want to say big thank yous. I don't know if you're even listening to a podcast or not, but big thank yous. And we ended up getting a ton of raffle baskets. I counted off the total amount of things we were going to raffle for our bowling event on May 17th. At Twisted Pins here in Plainfield. If anybody in Plainfield, Illinois, if anybody is interested in going,
make sure to bring some money for the raffles.
Yeah, make sure to bring money for raffles. There's going to be raffles anywhere from $1 to $2 to $5, $10, and I think our max is going to be $20. We got Portillo's, we got Nothing But Cakes, we got Workforce Brewery, we got someone's donating a TV for us to raffle off. I'm donating a poster board with $250 worth of lottery tickets. The tickets are going to be like $20 a piece for that one. And we just have a ton of stuff. Like I said, there's like over 20, 25 items now that we're going to get donated. And we are still waiting for more people to respond. On when they're going to donate stuff. If you have a child and you want them to get into martial arts, TM Martial Arts is also going to donate a basket with, I believe, like a month of free like martial art classes. You get the uniform and everything, and it's actually a really really good deal.
How much is it for the actual basket?
I think the whole basket ranges between like $395.
So it's a pretty good deal if you get it, say, for $10-$15 a raffle ticket.
Yeah, because your child literally can go to every single practice, and I think they have like 3 to 4 practices a week. So if you're getting a month's worth, that's like 3 to 4 weeks, and then that's really really good. So, and then we have a ton of other restaurants. We have a car detailing. I don't know the guy's name or brand or anything, but there's someone that's going to donate 4 gift cards for tattoos.
I'm trying to get those.
Yeah, really, really good raffles this year. So I'm actually very, very proud of our team. Um, that have been helping out with the raffle baskets and everything. And I know it's going to be a very successful event. Now we're just gathering up the people, and then from once the bowling is over, focus on the actual event on June 7th, and we're gonna go from there.
Did you ever message NASCAR?
I did.
Actually,
I did email them.
Oh.
I got back an email like 2 days later saying that they cannot sponsor us, and the reason that they cannot sponsor us is because we are not a like car, like
a car,
like a car thing. Yeah.
Oh, like industry type
Yeah.
thing? Oh,
if we were in the industry or something, like let's say that we were, working with like not Home Depot.
Like a tire tech
like
company.
like a tire tech company. Like let's say we were working with them, or let's say Chuy opened his own tire business, and then they were Chuy was like, hey, I actually work next to the Speedway. Let's say Chuy opened a a tire business right next to the Speedway over here, and Chuy contacted NASCAR. NASCAR would then probably put in your submission because you're working with NASCAR. I mean, well, not NASCARs, but like cars could basically represent NASCAR. Yeah, so they could have maybe done that. Yeah. But they basically told me no in a nice way, and I was like, okay, cool. Move on.
Oh man, that would have been cool.
I mean, I've sent thousands of emails already to like a ton of places, so you can only imagine how many places actually say yes and how many places like really say no. And some people have it in their policy that they can't donate to specific things.
You didn't message Pokemon or Nintendo.
Well, no,
they can send us a Switch too early.
No, I didn't do that. I expected Chuy to go to Card Pop because he said he would, and he still has yet to grab anything. So
yeah, because I went, but then the owner wasn't there.
Yeah, to be fair, the owner was on vacation for like a month while we were waiting for him to get back.
We need to get him. We need to get him.
Yeah, see if we can.
But anyway, Pancho, how about you? What have you been up to for 2 weeks?
Well, last week it's been just constant working. I think I only had like 1 day off last week, and I think this week as well. I only had Tuesday off, but this week I went to Wisconsin with my girlfriend. I mean, she lives there, but I went to the zoo, and the Milwaukee Zoo. Oh my God, it's so much better than the one that we have here. Was it Bolingbrook? Brookfield Zoo. You know how it's like a giant place, but it's mostly emphasis on the people. Like it has like its own rides, it has its own like concession stands and all that. You barely even see like any of the animals because the exhibits are somewhat small.
There's no rides at Brookfield.
Is there? There's like a little carousel thing. I went there recently. Like
but it's just one carousel. You said rides.
But it also has like water parks and stuff. Like it literally has. Basically, what I'm saying is more entertainment towards the people than the animals. Well, over there in the Milwaukee one, they have a carousel there as well. But besides that, they only have concession stands and the actual gift shop. Every like actual exhibit for an animal is more focused and more like cared for, and it's way bigger than the one over there in Brookfield. I keep forgetting. In Brookfield, like it looks like they actually like care for the animals and stuff. And then what's it called? There was one that we went to the farm animals exhibit, and you know how sometimes they just have them like behind like fences and stuff, and no one can get close and stuff. Well, I guess they have them like really well trained for a while. That now they even start feeding the cows or feeding like the horses and
Brookfield
stuff
have
in
the
front
same
of them.
thing. They
But
have a petting zoo.
a penguin, yeah,
A penguin
they
one
do
they
too
have.
over there.
Yeah.
Um,
No, but they have one for goats. They
Mhm.
have one for cows. They have one for llamas or like something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I know Brookfield.
It just
have-
depends what day you go.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Yeah.
every day.
No,
It's every
yeah,
single
but
day.
like Brookfield's more like
Strict.
ticket wise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not there.
Yeah.
Not there. Over there's for free.
Yeah.
What's it called? But it was very funny because we were watching one of the cows and we were just watching them bringing in, and we started seeing one of the ones that just came in, and the lady dropped some hay in front of the cow, and the cow started eating, and we stood in front of the cow just watching it, and the cow looked up to see my girlfriend, looked back down, and just threw hay at her. I thought it was the funniest thing ever. And all the workers around them were just laughing and stuff. But it was pretty cool. They showed us like a bunch of like animal parts that had like from past animals that had been there that died and stuff, and they would like talk about it and stuff. The only thing that kind of like made me kind of sad is the fact that they were remodeling the like the night creatures museum, like all the bugs and the bats and stuff. They were remodeling it, so it was closed down.
Oh.
But everything else was pretty cool. Like it was in terms of like the animals, it's way bigger than over there in the Brookfield Zoo, honestly. But that's honestly about it. It's just been working. I mean, even today I'm gonna work. You? Chuy?
So for the past 2 weeks, I ended up getting my car, basically a truck.
What type of truck you
I
get?
ended up getting a 2015 Chevy Silverado. We've been looking at it for a while. Actually, it was
supposed to be my truck. Let me just tell y'all.
Our truck.
But it's our truck now, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
I paid for it, but
We all own it.
But I drive it once in a while.
But yeah, I originally picked that up. What else? I ended up starting a new job actually. I no longer work for Bell Tires. I am currently working right now at Toyota in Orland Park, if you guys know where that is. Yeah, I started over there. This is my second week over there, so
So
it's
exactly
going
2 weeks. That's crazy.
yeah, exactly 2 weeks. And honestly, it's really good. I like it compared to my other job because I get to do more work over here. As it sounds kind of weird saying, "Oh, I'm working more, and I like working more and all that."
Well,
But
like, you have to put it into reference that Chuy went to auto mechanic school.
yeah,
So, like, he wants to be hands-on with everything. And at Bell's Tires, like, as much as he really liked the job at Bell's Tires, being a tire tech is nothing compared to actually working your job. It's like, example, it's like you went to school to be a doctor and they have you doing, like, CNA stuff. Like, you can't be doing nurse stuff and you know, you like an assistant nurse stuff, like when
Yeah.
you study to be a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, basically this is Chewy. Like, he studied to be in that higher position, and he got put into a smaller position. So, you know, we basically told Chewy, hey, if you're not being valued and you're not getting paid for your knowledge, go elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then that's what I'm doing is that originally, like in the past episode that I was here, I went to go study for. I told you guys I went to go study for BMW. However, I did contact BMW to get a job. However, they're not letting me in due to having non-experience of shop. So a tire tech place is not considered a actual automotive shop. It's just a tire shop. So yeah.
Technically, he has to get experience for first, like in a year maybe.
No, 3 years.
3 years.
Yes, it's
Oh,
3
that's
years
crazy.
to have.
Holy.
So I have to be either in Toyota for 3 years, or any
hop
other.
around.
Yeah, or I don't know. I do want to hop around, maybe stay a year and go to another dealership just to learn from other brands. Because not every brand is the same.
I say you should stay at Toyota for
Get your
like
benefits.
a couple months, maybe like 8 months. And then from there, transfer straight up to Lexus, which is literally like
right next.
the top, the higher luxury car of Toyota. And then stay there for a while, because if you think about it, BMW is a higher luxury brand. Yes. So if you work with another higher luxury brand, which is Lexus, you have a better possibility of them hiring you, because they're like, okay, he's kind of used to luxury cars now.
Yeah. Or go to Honda and give me a discount on a Honda Civic, and then go back to whatever you want to do.
It doesn't work like that. I'm not
like that.
Give me like $10,000 off my car.
Your cat.
My cat, yeah. You know.
No, but yeah, I gotta work 3 years at an automotive shop in order to get qualified.
Or the benefits, like, okay, say you were to stay at Toyota for like those 3 years, would the benefits and the pay raise be better at BMW, or you just rather stay there because you already got all the raises and all that?
Okay, as much as I would like, let's say in those 3 years, I actually do move up in position, starting making more money, I would honestly still go to BMW.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, because if anything, let's say that you already hit, like, let's say Chuy makes like, I don't know, I'm just going to throw a number out there, like $75,000 a year, right? Let's say that he makes $75,000 a year. And then, of course, going straight into BMW, they have to pay him that or even more.
Yeah, they do have to.
So then, let's say that they offer him 80, right? They're like, hey, we're going to offer you 80, we're going to offer you these vacations, and we're going to offer you this sick time and, commission, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So Chuy already is going to make way more money leaving. And then it would be his decision. His decision if he goes, like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and move, I'm going to, if they give him another raise, it's his decision if he's going to stay there and continue with the new raise, which I'm sure they do end up giving you raises.
Yeah.
And then if he wants to continue there, le gusta el ambiente, le gusta todo, he's going to make bank and, él va a estar bien. Pero en el momento donde él también diga, hey, you know what, like, yo quiero ir a abrir mi propio negocio, and I can put that I've had hands-on experience with, being tire tech, being at Toyota, being at A, B, C, D, whatever other places that Chuy has gone to, and then at the end been like, and I have, maxed out on at BMW, or whatever, then Chuy can basically, get all the customers.
Yeah, because when you go to a shop, you don't just go to a shop that you see, oh, we do all this. You see a shop that is actually more certified and have their, like ASCs and qualify for all this stuff. Who would you rather go for? Someone that's actually qualified or someone that says they're qualified but they're not?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that's another reason why I want to hop off, like on and off on different brands, so I know how to view.
You know basically everything that's in the menu.
Yeah, because that's like the smartest way to do it, especially working in the auto industry. Because if you stick with one brand, let's say you get a vehicle in and you don't know anything about it,
what you gonna do?
Chuy wants to be Costco, not Sam's Club.
Oh my gosh!
Because look, Costco has a mechanic place.
You want blooming waters.
They sell garage doors. They sell vacations. They sell insurance.
Yeah,
they sell everything.
Dude, that's crazy.
And they sell everything that Sam's Club sells.
Don't they do like roofing and flooring as
Yeah,
well?
they do everything.
Dude, I saw that and I was like,
Costco, please sponsor us.
Oh, please. We literally switched from Sam's Club to Costco.
Literally.
Day one, we were in love with that
memberships
place.
And everything.
The chocolate chunk cookie, please.
yeah.
Costco, guys. Come on the podcast.
Recommendation, can you take the bacon off the chicken bake? Because Chuy can't eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh God. Make a veggie version or something. Or a pepperoni one, actually.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
That'd be fire.
Then it would be called chicken bake.
It'll be pepperoni bake.
But, Okay, well, it would be chicken.
It would be
chicken
a hot pocket.
It would be a hot pocket. Well, technically, the chicken bake is a hot pocket,
I
just
mean,
longer,
yeah,
no?
it's just
Yeah,
chicken.
more
Yeah.
bread.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Also, why is it so much calories? Isn't it like
I don't know. It's
1,000
small.
calories or something?
Yeah, I mean the thing's huge though.
Yeah.
I when we ordered it, I had bought a hot dog, and I think I ate like I don't know, like I want to say like 2 inches off of the chicken bake, and I was full.
Gee.
Well, you had to get that hot dog is the whole foot.
Well, true.
Yeah, the
But,
hot
like,
dog is a foot long from Subway.
Like what I'm trying to say is like normally when we have like a carne asada or something,
Yeah.
y hacemos perritos or whatever, like me como 2 or sometimes even 3 perritos. Y este pues sí, está más largo, pero nomás me comí uno, and that little piece, I was like, damn, bro, like, yeah. Y esos que no había tomado ni agua, no tenían ni like sabritas or any toppings other than ketchup on it. So te quedas pensando like, damn, bro.
What is your normal hot dog order?
I mean, I
say
never.
You're gonna make it at home. What's your normal
Okay.
go-to?
So like my normal go-to would be the hot dog grilled. It cannot be boiled. I cannot do a boiled hot dog.
Boiled hot dogs are gross.
Yeah.
Microwave.
Like even
microwaves are
even
decent
the one
though.
even like the hot dogs así como at Costco que están like on those rollers. Okay, I still accept those here and there. Like
they are
a veces.
slimy though.
Yeah, but like I will not do a gas station hot dog though.
No.
I have a
I've done them
coworker.
before.
I have a coworker that does that like often. Well, he used to do it often, like 2 hot dogs every single day for breakfast.
We did it
Can't
when
do
we
it, bro.
went to Missouri for my warehouse job for the vacation. What's it called? We stopped at a McDonald's and then we stopped at a gas station and we got some hot dogs. And I was like, damn, you know the tornadoes, the little tornadoes. Oh, I love the fucking tornadoes. They also have a shit ton of calories, but like
I used to get them.
Yeah, all the time. Oh, me too, dude. And they were out. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get myself a hot dog. I don't feel like getting a normal cold sandwich. And I got it. Nah, never again. This shit is slimy as hell.
No, but like aquí en la casa, si hacemos, vamos a decir que tenemos la parrilla, right? Si tenemos la parrilla, I would definitely put a hot dog on there, and then I even like it when it's like a little bit more charred, like a little bit, you know, like when it starts turning like a toasty black,
burnt,
not burnt, pero
black hot dog,
you know. Well, anyway, luego le pongo mayonesa al pan. I do not like my pan warm though. I like I do
like it
not.
toasted.
Yeah. I don't like it toasted. I don't know why, but I just don't like it toasted.
A cold bun hot dog. What?
Yeah, I don't like it toasted. I don't know why, but anyway, I put mayonesa on it. Then I put the hot dog. Then I put ketchup and mustard. Then I put like a pico de gallo kind of thing, where it basically has cebolla, jitomate, chile, y cilantro. Okay. And then that's like a Mexican hot dog.
Okay.
Así, fíjate, I used to be a huge hater on putting like the Mexican like pico de gallo on top of a hot dog. I literally was like, what's the purpose of a hot dog, bro? Because like in my head I was like, oh, a hot dog is, you know, American. And then cuando lo probé un día así, I was like, damn, my whole world just changed.
I gotta try it. I haven't tried it.
And sometimes they'll even put like chili peppers on top, and como like chiles en vinagre. Or if I don't put chiles en vinagre, I'll just put like straight raw jalapeno on it, like little slices. Or chile serrano, just to give it a little like more kick.
My normal go-to is the same thing like grilled, but I do like my buns toasted. I like mayo, but you know what I like when the fucking the hot dog is wrapped in bacon. Because, oh my god, it's so good.
I haven't had any of those here, like in the U.S., like me actually making them. Pero cuando vamos a México, y allí, like close to my grandma's, los venden, allí sí se me antojan. Because
one guy
the guy makes them in the carrito.
Yeah, he puts a mozzarella inside the hot dog. Yeah, oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, así sí me lo como. Pero así que digas que se me antoja a mí hacerlos aquí, not really.
No.
I'd rather just go to like el puesto del señor and he has it ready, like right there. Yeah, and then another way that I like the hot dogs, actually I forgot, is the way I make them here.
Dude, I was about to mention that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
MayJay makes one of the best fucking hot
So
dogs
like
ever.
an easy to go to. I actually saw this on TikTok, and from ever since then, I started making them like this. So sacas tu parrilla, or like, I mean, not tu parrilla, pero like you're like tu comal,
like a pan, like a long pan.
Yeah, like a comal. So sacas tu comal and echas todas las cebollitas, like le echas aceite, cebollitas, and then I put chile serranos, like sliced up, and then I throw salt and seasoning on them, and until they're like, until the onions are like super grilled and basically they look like see-through, yeah, like see-through sauteed fluorescent. You take them out, and then you continue grilling the peppers until ya están bien también. And then you take them out, and then you throw all your hot dogs already. And the thing is, you have to do the onion thing first, so it gives it more flavor.
Yeah.
Because it stays there with the seasoning and the salt already.
Yeah.
The hot dogs don't need salt because they're already salty enough. So then the seasoning that stays on the grill, on the comal, it gets on the hot dogs once they start warming up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then what I do is on the hot dog, I cut it up a little bit, like I put like little like cuts on it, so it kind of gives it that grilled like texture, como que like it was on a parrilla, and then I just keep turning them para que se les vaya like el sazón everywhere.
Yeah.
And then once I see that they're getting ready, like they're getting a nice char on and everything, I throw the onions and the chiles back on. And on top, so it gives it that like flavor. La tapo con la tapadera, and then everything gets warm again. And then that's when I turn on the other comal. I start toasting everyone else's buns that do want them toasted. And then le pones mayonesa, el hot dog, the cebollitas, the chiles, and then you put whatever toppings you want, ketchup, mustard.
Oh,
and then I still do the pico de gallo there, and then it's just like this fully loaded. And then you think about it, because they're like, damn, this is a perfect meal. You have your carbs, which is the bread. You have your protein, which is the carne. And then all your vegetables.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, bro, this is a complete meal. You eat those, you're set for like 4 hours.
Dude, I've been eating like 3 hot dogs every sitting. Oh my god, it's so good.
And they're really good. It has like the perfect amount of spice. Like, hasta se me hizo agua la boca right now. I'm
hey,
like,
let's make it right now. Pause the episode.
There's no hot dogs. We would have to go buy some.
Dang.
How about you, Chuy? What's your go-to?
Me? For sure, I like my bread toasted. And, so I would put mayonesa, pero I'd be putting a mayonesa that has the lime.
Oh,
yeah.
The McCormick one.
Yeah, the McCormick one. I prefer that one and the normal one.
Yeah.
I'll put that. Of course, the carne. If we're doing like not like how you do it with the onions and all that. Like we would do it like prepararlo así na. It would just have to be tomatoes, onions, and then just ketchup, and mustard and mayo, of course. That's just basically. And because I'm not gonna lie, I used to hate having things on my hot dog. Just
plain?
Yeah, no, not just plain, just like ketchup.
Yeah.
Just ketchup and like.
Chuy would put ketchup and like crema. He wouldn't even put mayo.
Crema and ketchup. That's like the basic. I don't have anything in my house type of like hot dog.
Yeah, but that was Chuy's go-to.
It's decent.
Yeah.
It's decent.
I was basic. I didn't like a lot of stuff in my.
And then our other brother Kevin literally is just bread hot dog eats. He puts nothing on there. He don't even put ketchup on there. I'm like, Kevin, that is the driest motherfucking hot dog I've ever seen, bro.
He be eating like 6, bro.
Yeah.
No, and it's so funny because as a kid, me seeing how Kevin would eat, it's so funny because he would grab like, let's say like we eating hot dog. He would like apachurrarlo.
Oh,
you grip the hell out of hot dog.
He would like apachurrarlo to like. The bread is literally stuck into the.
It would literally look like a corn dog.
Yeah,
you would wrap it with a bun.
And he would just eat it, and I was like, "Dude, what are you doing?
No one's gonna take it from you, little bro."
No, and then aparte de eso, not just hot dog, hamburgers or sandwiches.
Yeah, everything. He would just press down.
He would press down, and he would eat first. I don't know how he does this. I don't know if you've seen other people do it, but he eats around it. He doesn't eat just straight down. He eats around it until he leaves. No, not the hot dog. Like the burger. Burger.
It's like he
I
bites
do
it,
that.
rotates, bites.
I do
rotates,
that. Wait,
bites,
I do that.
Nah, you weird, bro.
And when I bite, like when I eat a burger, I eat everything separado. I don't know why. And my cousin Andy does the same thing. Andy and I do the same thing. And then when anybody in the house was looking at us eat hamburguesas, like in Mexico, they literally would be like, "You guys are the fucking weird ones. Because why the hell are y'all? You just bought a burger to basically break up the burger, and then you eat everything separate. So, like, for example, I'll open a burger, right? The first thing I eat is the tomato because I hate soggy, warm tomatoes. So first I'm going to eat the tomato, right? The next thing is, whenever you bite a burger, it always se te cae, right? Yeah. Why? Because there's freaking lettuce on it. You get me?
Yeah.
So honestly, the next thing I'm going to eat is the freaking lettuce. So then I eat the lettuce, right? And then normally I'm not the kind of person to put onion on my burger. I like onion, but I don't like it on my burger.
Oh, I like them grilled.
Yeah, I like them grilled, but like the raw ones, I don't want them on my burger. So I'll take the onions off. I hate pickles, so I will not put pickles on. Me too.
I fucking hate pickle.
And then from there, the only thing is left is the toppings, the bun, and the meat, right?
Yeah.
Well, back then I used to just eat the meat and the bun separate, but now I'll eat that. But first I'll eat all my veggies out.
So you would you would eat it like
everything first, at a time.
Like all the things that are soggy, and then eat
the rest,
like plain.
Yeah, but back in my day when so it's different. I don't know why it's different, but the first time I had braces, I was not able to bite into a burger. Like it gave me my jaw really really hurt to actually grab the burger and try fitting it in my mouth. Like I don't know. But now, I can do it. Like, now I can, actually bite into stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's okay.
The more I hang out with people I've never met in my entire life until now, the more I realize how everyone is the same, whether we know each other or not. Because, when we went to the zoo, me and my girlfriend, it was my first time ever seeing my girlfriend eating a burger. And she does the exact same thing that I do, where she opens a burger, puts fries in the burger, and then eats it like that. And I'm like,
I can't do it.
I'm like, I thought I was the only one that does that.
I can do a sandwich. I can do a sandwich. And I still do it Doritos. Like, you know when you used to go on pool days or
oh yeah,
ibas al
with Doritos, yeah.
Yeah, y le pones Doritos al sandwich. I could do that. Like that. Eso sí se me antoja. Pero no se me antoja eso de ponerle fries a la burger. And Kevin used to do that too.
Yeah. Dude, even with the potato wedges from Buffalo Wild Wings, I still do it with those. Even if they're thick fries, I still do it.
I can't do it with those.
I always do it. It doesn't matter. It also, you can't eat a burger without fries. It just feels weird.
That's true.
It just feels weird.
That's true. But even then, fries, I don't know. It has to be the right consistency. It has to be nicely seasoning. Salted. It has to be just the right amount of crisp.
You said lightly salted?
Lightly salted.
I like mine heavily salted.
Hell no.
I like my sodium, bro.
That's why you sodium.
And then I can't. They have to be hot. They cannot be warm. They cannot be lukewarm. No, bro.
They have to be hot.
They just came out of the
straight out of the oven.
I don't know, man, but I normally like 2 dipping sauces. Ketchup, and it has to be cold ketchup. It cannot be no warm ketchup.
Warm ketchup is gross.
Yeah, so it has to be cold ketchup, and then I think my second would be I don't know, Chick-fil-A sauce. If I had to have 3 dippings, it would be ketchup, barbecue sauce, and Chick-fil-A sauce, but they all gotta be cold.
Okay, am I the only one in this house who doesn't like mustard or Chick-fil-A sauce?
I think so. Well, Chick-fil-A sauce is based off of mustard, so that's probably why you don't like it.
Yeah, it's
it's honey mustard with other stuff. Ew. It's honey mustard with Miracle Whip and
pickle juice.
I don't know if pickle juice. I don't know, but maybe. I wouldn't be surprised because their chicken is basically
like pickle juice.
Pickle juice. Yeah, their chicken is marinated in pickle juice and other spices, and then they dip it in the flour stuff, and then in the panko or whatever you call it, the breading.
Oh, I don't like pickles.
Yeah. I don't like pickles either. But
You saw that Cheetos released a pickle flavored like Cheetos.
So,
No.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ew.
They had it a while back, but then they got rid of it, no? Like
Yeah, they
years
got
ago.
rid of it. But when I was still working at Bell, one of my coworkers named Jorge, he was like, "Yo, Chuy, look at what I found," and I was like, "What?" He showed it to me, and I'm like, "Dude, that's disgusting."
I have a coworker that used to love pickles. Actually, I haven't seen her eat pickles lately because she's pregnant right now. So I'm guessing that like maybe that craving isn't there for her. But when she used to eat pickles all the time, dude, she used to have a big ass jar of pickles in the fridge. Or she used to go to Costco and she would buy different size pickles. Like she would have like the pickles que estaban cortados, like in like kind of like chips. Like kind of kind of like the ruffle chips, like like the ruffle edges, like the wedges. And she would eat those, and like they would be crispy waffles. They would be like crispy pickles, and then she'd be like, "I like these because they're crunchy."
Oh, like the dried up ones?
No, not dried up. They were still in their
they
containers,
were
but
like
they
fresh.
were
They were just cut.
Yeah, depending on how thick they were, they crunched. And then there were other ones que like estaban en palito, like todavía estaban largos. And she would just grab it and se lo comía.
Dude, my brother's friends, no hate against them, but like, bro, what my brother says that they would like finish all the pickles and then just straight up chug the pickle juice from the jar, and I was like, when
I used to work at the sporting photography place, we used to go to like different baseball places all the time because I mean we took pictures of baseball teams and every concession stand that we went to
had the Mr. Pickles thing.
Had pickle like
pickle
okay
cups?
you know like the little cups where they give you your ketchup or like the jalapenos for like the nachos. Imagínate que pickle juice pero congelado.
Ooh.
And the people
That's
would
gross.
literally go and grab them right after the game, and they would just
shot.
lick them. No, not shot because it was ice.
Frozen.
They were frozen.
Pickle juice, but
it was like
popsicles.
pickle jello shot popsicles or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But people would just literally like morderle or like lick them. And cuando se derretían, pues ya se lo echaban así.
People are so weird.
I would have just been like, give me a cup of ice.
Bro, I would have just give me the cup. I'll eat the plastic. Bro.
Era puros güeros, pero I mean, like, a unos mexicanos se les gustan los pickles. I know a lot of people that like pickles que son Hispanic.
Kevin likes pickles.
Kevin likes pickles?
Yeah.
That picky motherfucker likes pickles?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be like, I remember eating it, and like, I'm eating, like, let's say we went out to go to a restaurant, and I had bought a burger. I would leave the pickles on the side, and my brother was like, "You gonna eat that?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "I bet." So I would change with Kevin. I would swap my pickles for his tomatoes because Kevin did not like tomatoes.
Yeah, Kevin doesn't like tomatoes.
So I would swap. I would swap
every time we go somewhere. Like
pickles.
let's say we go to like aquí a la comida mexicana, and he orders a burrito, he'll be like, "Oh, no tomato." So that's how Chuy knows exactly that Kevin.
Yeah. So when I went to go, when you guys ordered, and my mom told me to go pick it up right after work, I looked at the order, and it says burrito, no tomatoes. I'm like, Kevin's back home.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we really talk about food for like 15 minutes.
Basically.
That's crazy. Anyways, next topic. I actually had a topic. What I was thinking about it because I was watching this live stream, and these guys that I watch on YouTube a lot were talking about it. But have you guys ever skipped like any days in high school or like a subject or like anything like that?
Yeah.
I
have, but I don't think I have skipped a class.
You skipped a school day, but not a class?
Yes.
Really? I've done both.
No, I don't think... No, I have never gotten... No, I never skipped a class because I was always scared.
That they were going to call mom.
Yeah, they were going to call mom. And dealing with my mom was... Oh, nah. That was more nerve-wracking than, like, taking an ASC test. But.
I don't think I've ever ditched a day of school because I was like an adult, basically. So I would call myself out if I didn't go to school.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because like, think about it. My mom didn't speak English. So, when you call into the school and they had a Spanish and an English version, So I would just be like, wait until the Spanish one, and then be like, sí, hola, mi nombre es, and then I would say my
yeah,
mom's
your
name,
mom's
and they'd be
name.
like, sí, mire, mi hija no se siente bien, and then I would call and then say my name, my ID number, and then they'd be like, okay, muchas gracias, and that's it, and then. Like, I mean, I remember
Oh my
one
God.
time. No, and the thing is, my mom gave me permission to call myself out when I didn't feel good.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because like, let's say I didn't feel good, or like, let's say I had to go to the doctor or whatever, right? And I just didn't go to school or whatever. My mom would literally be like, "Pues ni modo, llama pues a la escuela y diles que no vas a ir."
I did it
So like,
once.
because I think you can hear the maturity in my voice.
Yeah.
Cuando hablo español, and like, it was very well, like, professional, I guess. Like, sí me la creían.
Yeah.
Mi hija no va a ir a la escuela hoy, and yeah, my name is, and then I would say my mom's name, and then they'd be like, okay, muchas gracias. Y un número de teléfono where I can contact you, and then I would always give my mom's real number, right?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I think the one time I always gave my mom's real number because they never called.
Yeah.
They never called back. So I was like, they never call. They don't do it.
You should have done your number.
No,
I know, because then they have it registered, and
Yeah.
since my mom's number was registered on the paper,
right.
I just always gave her.
Yeah, because if they would have gotten they would have gotten suspicious.
But I think the only time I did ditch was like senior ditch day. I mean, everyone ditched, so like the school really didn't care.
I didn't ditch.
And
I didn't have a senior ditch day.
And
Yeah, we
then
didn't have
the
one either.
second time, I didn't really ditch, but it was a sip day. And I went with my friend Jasmine. And okay, so our routine for sip days was I would leave the house at like 9 in the morning, right?
Mhm.
Or 8 in the morning. And then I would go straight to Jasmine's house, which was 2 blocks away from here at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I would go to her mom's house. Her mom, ya estaba at work. Her younger sister was already at school. And her tia, who used to live with them, was already at work. And then it was just me and Jasmine. And then me and Jasmine would make breakfast. Or we would go to La Martinez, which is the corner store near here.
Yeah.
And we would go buy a honey bun or like otra comida. Or sometimes they used to make gorditas. And we would just calentarlas and eat that for breakfast. And then ahí nos quedamos viendo la tele or whatever. Or just like straight talking, like as we didn't see each other every single freaking day.
Yeah.
And then we would just talk or everything. And then, once we were like, oh, we should probably start walking to the bus, we would start walking to the bus, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I remember one time she was talking to this guy, right? And she was like, hey, I'm going to go with the guy and you can go on the bus. And I was like, I was like, that's not happening, bro. I was like, if your mom finds out that I left you y tú te fuiste, I was like, we're both dead meat. I said, no. I was like, I'm going with you. And she was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. So I went with her. Dude, let me just tell you, this guy was like hella older than us.
Oh, no.
We were like juniors, I want to say. I want to say we were juniors. No, maybe not even juniors. I think we were like sophomores, bro.
Dang.
Yeah. We weren't freshmen, though.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Oh,
honestly,
no.
I don't remember. It could have been either freshman or sophomore year. Maybe not junior year. Because junior year, I was like a little bit more focused on my stuff.
Yeah.
Junior and senior year, I took it more seriously. But anyway, I think it was freshman and sophomore year, one of those 2 years. We get in this van with this guy. I think his name was Eric or something like that. And dude, the whole freaking truck just reeked of weed. Yeah, dude. Cuando llegamos a la escuela, because he actually did end up dropping us off at school. Yeah. Well, I thought the thing is, I thought they weren't gonna drop her off at school. You get me? Imagine it was just him and another dude and her in the car. Because I think the other dude was driving. Because it was like, have you guys ever seen those big Mexican vans? Esas que like have like 4 seats in the back.
Yeah.
Que eran las de antes, que they had the little TV at the top, like those road trip trucks.
I mean, we basically didn't we take one to Mexico City once?
No, those are Sprinter vans. Yeah. I'm talking about like an actual truck. Que parece como, I don't know, like old school van? Mexican.
Like your mom's van?
Not really.
Mm-hmm. It's like have you seen those Volkswagens? Like those long Volkswagen, like old school.
Oh, I think so. The ones that have do they have the screen on top or do they have it like on the actual
Okay,
seat.
they say
the
like
seat.
Scooby Doo. You know how the van
Oh,
looks
Yeah, like kind of
okay.
like the
Well,
That's
yeah,
literally
there
what
you
it
go.
is.
Yeah, that helps.
Well, basically,
Without Velma and the whole computer tech.
Without Reggie.
basically that, right? Like the camioneta tenía todo. And the seats, dude, the seats weren't even like in rows like this. The seats were like they put in money to basically arreglar la camioneta. And you know how when you get into a limo, the seats are like that?
Yeah.
Like around and everything so you can see everyone? That's how the seats were in that truck.
That's somewhat cool. What?
And they had like an actual flat screen TV, not like the little teles, esas viejitas.
Yeah.
Actual flat screen TV. They had LED lights, everything. So I was like, nah, bro.
Okay, for the future, but
yeah, and I'm talking, because we were in high school. This was a long time ago. So like in una camioneta vieja, like you don't expect all this technology to be in there. Pero entrabas and you're like, oh shoot, you know. Well, dude, llegamos and he actually dropped us off, and we were like, oh hell nah, dude. We get to the school, dude, and she's like, smell me. Do I smell like weed? And I was like, I don't know, because I probably smell like weed too, bro. Like, you know, because we were like, oh, shoot, ¿qué vamos a hacer? Well, a mí me ofrecían, but I was like, one of us has to be okay. What if that shit's laced? Or what if, like, you know, like, algo pasó? You know, I'm thinking...
Wait, she took it?
She took it, but I was like, nah, bro. I had to make sure que ella estuviera bien.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've always been that friend que soy como
like the mama of the group.
Yeah, even though I'm not. Everyone else became moms and I didn't.
Yeah.
But anyway, en ese momento I was like, oh, shoot, dude. Like, una de nosotros tenemos que estar bien. So, I didn't take anything. Y no, ándale, vámonos, tienen que drop us off. You know, like, I was like, they have to drop us off, bro. Like, you know, I didn't want any concern or anything. So, ya nos bajamos. The first thing we did, dude, was we went to our lockers. Well, my locker was closest. I used to have, like, 4 lockers, like, back then. So,
I don't understand how people get more than one locker.
Well, I had my band locker. And then because I was in like, basically in the arts program, I had another locker in the C building. And then...
No, I don't mean, like, for example, like, your band, a locker, your normal locker, and your gym locker. I mean, like, actual normal lockers.
You didn't even let me get to it. I had another locker in B building. And then I had another locker in... What was the freshman building called?
Freshman building was E building.
E building, yeah.
How?
I had a locker. I had a locker in E building on the downstairs part. Then I had a locker in B building because that was my normal locker. And then I had the performing arts locker because I requested a closer locker, actually.
Yeah,
and then I had my other locker band where my instrument went. But I basically lived off of that band locker.
Yeah, my band locker was big because my instrument was bigger.
Yeah, I had a big locker too.
That's crazy. I've only had one locker for my entire 4 years of being in high school.
I had that. I had my... You know how there was the lockers outside of the band room? I had one locker there. I had another one over there, freshman building upstairs, E building, due to the hearing impaired thing. Because that's what they told me to leave my locker. And so I had another locker for that one. Yeah. And, of course, band one, and the gym locker. So I had 4.
That's crazy.
For all 4 years I had,
I had my gym locker too, but I mean...
Yeah.
I had gym.
We didn't have like a set gym locker. They were just like, bring your locker if you
want
to.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, well.
It wasn't like an actual set lock.
Yeah. But for my like normal locker.
Because they would say if you left a lock on there, te lo iban a romper. Te lo iban a like.
Really?
Yeah.
I think the only times people have stolen our stuff and stuff like that, it's either if they were trolling or if it's like someone they hated. It wasn't like, oh, someone left their locker open, I'm gonna steal stuff from there. It was just like, oh, I know this person, they did me dirty, I'm gonna steal from them.
It was like that truck, that van.
Yeah.
Oh, nah.
Yeah, so imagine your friend, imagine your best friend is going in that.
A Chevy van.
Yeah.
It's like a transit van, basically.
It's like the old
bro got the Beatles van, bro.
Yeah, that's what I said. It looks like it was the Scooby-Doo one.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, it was it looks more like this one. A 1995 Chevy van.
Watch, that's his. Watch, that's his right now. You dox him?
Yeah, but whatchamacallit? Yeah, I was like, dang, bro. We reeked of weed, and we went to class, and everybody's like, What's that smell? Dude, we lotioned up. Like, we went to the bathroom y luego nos lavamos las manos and, like, everything y con toallas. We were, like, así. And then we put lotion on top. Pero the thing is, it wasn't our skin. It was our clothes.
Yeah.
So, like, I remember that after we, like, perfumed the shit out of us with that Victoria's Secret sprays back in the day that everybody used to wear. Or, like, the Bath and Body sprays that everybody used to wear. And we were like, do we smell better? And then she was like, I don't know, but we stink of this perfume or body spray or whatever. Yeah, and I had that in my C locker building. That was the closest. And then we were like, okay, well, we're already late for our first class, so, like, vámonos. And then I remember we didn't even go to our first class. We ditched our first class. We went straight to the cafeteria. And we sat there with some friends that we ended up finding. And because, you know, every single cafeteria period you find someone.
Yeah.
So luego encontramos a alguien, and then I remember the security guard looked at me because the security guard knows me from band, and he'd be like, "You're not from this lunch period. Where are you supposed to be?" And then you know how, like, a lunch period is basically 2 periods, one full period. Two lunch periods is 1 full period. Like, they saw us come back the second one, and that's where they were like, "Where are you guys coming from?"
Yeah.
And we were like, "Oh, well, we actually have a study hall right now for this whole hour, so we just decided to stay here." I was like, and we didn't have lunch today, so that's why. And then he's like, "Well, you better get in the lunch line. Y empieza a agarrar comida." And I was like, "Oh, shit." We both were broke.
Yeah.
Bro, they stole two lunches. The fucking parents are paying for those.
Oh, no, you can't steal lunches there.
No.
You can't get online and grab a second, like, lunch?
No.
So why would he tell you to go in the lunch if you didn't have lunch?
Well, buy a lunch. He wanted us to buy. You guys had to
pay for it.
Well, okay, so the thing is, there were 2 lines, right? En esta línea, all the way to the far left, was a free lunch line. So you had to do it with your ID. If you had a free lunch and it tagged you, te daban ese lonche. But then there was another line where we would call, like, the rich people line.
Yeah.
Y ahí te metías,
the ones that got the Gatorades and the Cheetos and
the
shit.
The Gatorades, the Cheetos, the big-ass cookies, the Big Daddy pizza, the Bosco sticks.
Oh, my God.
You know, like, all those big, you know, all those, like, good meals, you know? Entonces, we didn't have money. Like, even if you got in that line, you should have had money on your ID. And then it goes through there and it takes off the money. Pero si tú no tienes dinero en tu ID, no te dejan. It's not, they don't want your account to go negative.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
No, we didn't have that. The only thing we had was, like, you could buy a Gatorade or a bag of chips or, what's it called? Like a frozen, like apple juice box. That's all you could buy.
I know a lot of people that went to Central, though, and they knew.
But you gotta remember, that was after Michelle Obama did all that.
But no. Bosco sticks were part of lunches, but you only get 1 per lunch.
Oh, no. Acá comprabas y te daban 2 and the marinara thing, and then.
No, those were part of our normal lunches.
Tú comprabas todo lo demás.
No, because, so when you were there, by the way, me and MayJay went to the same high school, but different time periods. Yeah. So when you went, you had all, like, these good food, right? Like, we still did have, like, the Big Daddy pizza and, like, the walking taco and all that.
Oh yeah,
walking taco. Yeah, walking taco and all that. However, I don't remember us having, like, Gatorades.
Dude, they used to have Sobe waters. I don't know if you guys. Water. Yeah, have you guys ever tasted those?
No. Yeah.
Dude, Sobe waters were, like, my go-to. Todos los días me compraba un Sobe water.
What?
Even if I didn't buy food, because I had a free lunch. But even if I did not have food, I'd be like, "Can I get a Sobe water?" I don't even remember what flavor I got. I need to look them up.
All I remember is that there was one time that we had Cokes. Like the little one, not the normal can ones, but the mini versions of those. And they got rid of it within a week. Because some guy got mad at the fact that this guy was bragging that he could buy a soda and stuff. he literally grabbed his soda and chucked it across the cafeteria. So they banned it literally that same week that it came out.
Okay, this
Yeah.
is the exact Sobe water that I used to get every single day.
Oh my god.
The
dude.
Yum Berry Pomegranate.
I haven't seen those in so long.
Ya no los venden. Estos ya no los venden.
They don't exist?
They do exist, but they sell them in a different bottle now.
Oh.
They sell them in like a really dumb looking bottle now.
No,
so like
when
that.
I was in school, the only thing, yeah.
What the hell? I haven't seen those either.
Well, I mean, they don't sell them everywhere now.
Yeah.
Like it's just like certain places. But I don't think I've seen this bottle in like a long ass time.
Speaking of bottles and like drinks and stuff, you guys seen that lately? Arizona flavors have been like leaving the shelves,
No.
like permanently.
I mean, I don't really drink Arizona.
Really?
So
There was one. There was like a grapefruit punch type of Arizona.
Yeah, grapefruit punch.
Yeah, it's gone.
What?
Yeah, I haven't seen any at all anywhere.
Hmm.
The only thing they have is the normal fruit punch, the one that's like
Red?
like a reddish, like greenish one.
Uh-huh.
But the one that was like purple and blue and stuff, that one's gone. I haven't seen that one at all.
Mm.
I've gone to like multiple stores because there's times where I'm like, I kind of want to drink in Arizona because it's not that 99 cents, not that bad.
Yeah.
But I was like, where's my favorite flavor? It's gone.
yeah.
Yeah. I remember even when I ended up, I would attend all my schools, like classes and all that.
Mm-hmm.
However, on sick days, I remember I would tell MayJay, I would be like, hey, I don't want to go. MayJay would be like, yeah, what's it called? I was like, oh, you don't want to? And I'm like, nah, just call. And MayJay would call the school, like how you would end up calling yourself out when you're in high school. And I was like, I bet. And all I remember was I would still get ready to go to school. I was on my way to go to the bus. The reason why, because my dad was still here at the house before.
I did that before.
Yeah.
I would still get ready. I would leave, but instead of walking towards the bus, I would tell him and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go on the other route today."
Nah,
then I would just walk and just keep walking. And then the thing is, but I would stay like 2-3 blocks away from the house. And as soon as I saw my dad, because we live on a corner right here, like kind of a cul-de-sac. So as soon as I saw my dad's van leave the cul-de-sac, I was like, I bet. So I started walking back.
I would. Imagine your dad one day was like, oh shoot, I forgot my wallet. Goes back, he's like, what are you doing here?
No, yeah, and it's like
I would have just lied and like, I missed the bus.
Okay. And then I was
because I know he would have been like, I told his name, although you're not going to school, I'm not going to take you.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, imagine his job is right here.
Mm-hmm.
His job is right here, like a 7 minute drive from the house.
Mm-hmm.
So now imagine he leaves the house at exactly like on time.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have time to take us all the way to the west side. And then, basically it's going to take you 20-30 minutes, especially with morning traffic, just to get you to school.
Yeah.
He's going to be almost 40 minutes late to work.
Yeah, because you got to remember the route that we have to, that we would take is either, because you got to cross like a bridge, the train tracks. You never even know if there's a train passing by or even a bridge is up. Mm-hmm. And even after that, all the school buses that are stopping, and you're behind one of them, it's over.
I remember us going to school. Our bus was almost always the last bus to go in.
I don't understand the way that the school system or the district handles us, because like you guys are like 10 minutes away from Central, but I'm like 15 to 20 minutes away from Central, and I still went to Central, and you guys went to West.
It's because it's the way that borders are. Mm-hmm. So basically, right here, since we live right split on the railroad tracks, they told us your kid can still go to Central. There's a ton of kids on this side that go to Central.
Mm-hmm.
Pero
the
reasons why these kids go to Central is their parents take them. Mm-hmm. They have to find their own ride. So the bus is split. So anything from here this way, the bus goes to west.
That's dumb though, because that's a longer bus route. That's
just the way the town is money. Yeah, and then where you used to live, and like where like my Rossi and all of them live.
Mhm.
There's another cut like from there to like
Yeah.
there that goes to Central, because I have a coworker that they actually live like, I don't know, maybe like less than 9-10 minutes from
Go
West, and her daughter has to go to.
That's crazy. I don't understand the
Yeah.
fucking government and the fucking
Nah,
school
it's
district.
Well, it's not
even
really
the
the
government.
government.
It's just a school
the
border.
The borders, yeah,
Yeah.
the school. And remember, they have to split it off evenly based on like the census and like
Mhm.
where
Oh, yeah,
are
the
more
fucking
children.
census, bro.
Yeah, the census is for all of that, like where more children are, where everything. And remember, it all has to be diverse too.
Yeah.
So if there's more Hispanics on this side, and there's more, like other races on the other side, you can't just split it off and be like, en esta escuela van a ser puros paisas y en la otra escuela van a ser puros güeritos,
Honestly, it would have been better.
Like,
I don't know.
no, pero imagínate, si hacen eso, that's how all the gangs start.
Yeah.
That is
That's
true.
how all that
That is
stuff
true.
starts.
That is
Por
true.
eso they have to also diversify it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the main reason why they do it.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Nah, but when it's West versus Central, whatever game, after that match, it's gonna be a ball outside. So I told I remember I used to be in pep band, and after the basketball games, it was West versus Central, and all I remember was telling my mom, "Hey, pick me up at this time." She was like, "Pero sales because originally the game would end at like 8:30 ish around there," and I would always tell my mom, "Hey, pick me up at like 9:15."
Yeah.
Why so late? I'm like, always kid. We gotta clean up. We gotta do all this stuff. And my mom's like, "Okay, she se creo." And in reality, I was just outside waiting and looking at this fight, and I was like, "Oh!" And it's like, "Dang."
Oh my god, the amount of fights that were in Central for the dumbest of shits, too. Holy shit! I will probably leave that for another episode. Let's leave it for like a school only episode. Like, all about that stuff.
Okay.
But all three of us have to be here again. Because I know this dude has witnessed some crazy shit from things
I
he's
feel like
seen.
I witnessed crazier
You
shit
too.
than Chuy.
You too. And probably me and you haven't heard her stories. But from the things that he's only told me, like snippets, while we both were in high school, oh, nah.
Yeah,
that was bad.
It was weird.
A lot of people piensan que West, como era escuela más para allá arriba, más on the west side.
And more
Era,
quote unquote like financially,
yeah.
More.
Pero no nomás era eso, era también like,
Because
like,
they think it's in a better area.
Yeah. Pero no, eran like.
No, it was the same. I think it was more ghetto than.
Yeah, more ghetto than Central. Yeah.
I don't think it was more ghetto at all. I think Central is more ghetto because like I've been to both.
Yeah.
You too.
But at the same time, like, I think it's the way the children, like, see things. You get me? Because, I don't know. And then, like, teachers, too. Like, a lot of teachers, they just didn't care at Central. So many more things happened at Central than West. In, like, that, perspective. Pero in West, like, a lot of people got away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know where else people
and mommy
were, like,
and daddy money can pay off a lot of stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I know a lot of things. I'm ready to spill the tea on this next podcast.
You know where else was pretty fucking bad? Hufford, bro. Like, dude, oh my god, the amount of fights that were there for the dumbest of things. That was literally middle school was the only time I've ever gotten like in fights, and half of the time I wouldn't fight back because I would just be confused, like getting hit, and be like, what the hell is going on? Why am I getting attacked and shit like that? There's one time we were watching a movie because it was a period where we had nothing to do. And I was sitting at my desk and this guy decided to sit on my on top of my desk. And I was like, okay, whatever, I'm just going to be on my phone. And the guy behind him was like patting his back, like touching his back and stuff. And he kept turning to me and kept saying like, hey, stop touching me. And I'm like, dude, I'm not touching you. It's literally this guy. And he just got so mad that he started swinging at me. And for some reason, I didn't swing back, and I got suspended. And I was like, what the fuck happened? I just got my ass beat twice. Once by this guy, once by the school, bro. And I remember my mom got mad at me because I got suspended, and I explained everything to her, and my teacher also explained it to the principal, and I still got my ass suspended. I was like, what the fuck I do?
Hey, at that point, I would have just accepted him. Like, hey, I don't gotta go.
I would have just been like, man, I'm going back to Gompers.
Dude, when I got suspended, I'll just leave it for the next episode.
Alright,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Crazy. But anyway, I think this concludes our episode. We totally did not touch any topics that we were actually going to touch.
Yeah.
But, you know, at least now y'all know our hot dog orders.
Our hot dog
If y'all
orders.
ever want to give us hot dogs.
Portillo, sponsor us again, please.
Nah, Portillo's no
Nah,
tiene
they
bueno
boil their hot dogs.
I've never had Portillo.
Entonces, ¿para qué dices?
Because they're the only hot dogs place I can think about.
Nah, bro. Y'all can donate us some Oscar Mayer wieners and like everything
Whoa.
else that goes on there, and then we'll just go ahead and make them ourselves.
Costco? Please.
Costco, maybe.
Please.
But anyway, thank you for listening. This was another great episode of Té, Coffee, and Chisme.
Follow us at Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube and Spotify. Be sure to give us a listen, some likes, share it with all your homies or your paisas and guates. This has been Pancho.
MayJay.
And Chuy.
This man has not talked.
And go ahead and comment in the comment section and go ahead and let us know what we should talk about in the next episode apart from the whole school stuff. And if you guys want to learn anything else on any of us, and if you guys want Chuy to be an official
Member.
partner of us,
Yeah.
so we can keep him in every single episode.
Yeah,
so,
you gotta wake up early every single day, boy. You better wake up
we don't
early.
record every single day.
No, just wake him up every single
well,
day.
ya nos vamos porque ya nos vamos a poner a limpiar y
Ajá.
hacer de comer.
Gotta take a shower.
Yeah, we got shit to do.
We should make a cooking episode.
We should.
Alright, bye!